Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call your attention to the center screen as we have prepared a video presentation for your viewing pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony, DC Fire and EMS Training Academy's Cadet Class 20. Today's ceremony is a very special occasion, unlike our other graduation ceremonies that we have, although we do know they all are very important. However, these young people here today have accomplished an amazing feat, and they are the sons and daughters of this great city. At this time, I'd like to present to you our honored guests, the men and women of Cadet Class 20. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask if you could please stand as we do a presentation of colors. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to this morning's celebration. I am the Deputy Fire Chief of Training, Deputy Fire Chief Juan Carter. I hope that your stay here will be an enjoyable one and you'll find much pleasure through this morning's program. We want to start the program off this morning with opening remarks from our Fire Chief, DC Fire and EMS Chief, Gregory Dean.
Good morning, and welcome to Gallaudet University. So, you are here for the graduation of these young men and women, our Cadet Class 20. We have a number of distinguished guests with us today, and I want to make sure we acknowledge all of them. From the City Council, we have Brianna Nadeau. There she is over there. One of my many key partners, the Director of Unified Communications, Ms. Karima Holmes. We have Dr. Unique Morris Hughes of DOS, who is responsible for many of these cadets being here today. We have someone who likes to claim he's my cousin, the Brigadier General Aaron Dean from the DC National Guard. We have Julius Jackson from the Eastern High School, their EMT, he's the commander there. One of our key partners and the other half of what makes this organization run well is the Vice President of Local 36, Joe Chisholm. And then there's a group of men and women who afford me the ability to look like I know a lot. And that would be my staff. And I've got Assistant Chief Faust, Assistant Chief Douglas, Assistant Chief Baker. I'm trying to do this by the back of their heads. Assistant Chief Mills. Our medical director, Dr. Robert Holman. Chief of Staff, Amy Morrill. And our newly appointed Assistant Chief of Leadership and Development. Okay, we added one more. Our newly appointed Assistant Chief of Leadership Development, John Donnelly. We've also been joined by Council Member Mary Shea. And I think I saw Shelley Graham out in the audience there from Finance. So again, we thank you and welcome you for joining us. The pictures you saw depict what these young men and women went through. But what you don't see behind the scenes is the hard work that's afforded them, led by Deputy Chief Juan Carter and Battalion Chief Tony Carroll. And all the instructors that motivate and are the mentors of these men and women that will follow them the rest of their careers to make sure they continue to do the work that they've been taught to do. So again, can we give a great hand to all the instructors and training division? So there's a story to be told here. For our cadets, you are the graduates of DC public or charter schools. You will remain here in the district as residents. And now you have gone from where you were a year ago. A year ago, you were high school graduates. Today, you are professional firefighters. We welcome you to our midst. We welcome your families that you bring with us. As a matter of fact, would you stand up and say thank you to your families for being there and supporting you over this last year? So please stand, turn around, and say thank you. So, we love a lively crowd. So, Cadet Class 20, as you become DC Fire and EMS firefighters, EMTs, let me share with you my expectations. We are here to serve the citizens, regardless of their economics, regardless of their race, regardless of their orientation, and in this charged political environment, regardless of their political affiliation. When we show up, we are there to help. We are seeing people at their worst moment, and you are their lifeline. You must be willing to give of yourself. And there's only one way you can do that, by continuing to prepare yourself each and every day. My expectations of you is that whether it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock in the morning, I will find you either rushing into burning buildings, getting down on your knees to find out what's going on with that person who is unfortunate and living on the street, to sitting down and holding that senior citizen's hand only because she's scared. You see, we are unique in that people give us permission to help them. Do not fret that away, because you are joining a rich history. A history of a department that has cared for this country, for this district since 1864. We need you to understand you stand on the shoulders of great people, and we need you to be prepared to pick that up and move it forward. So today is a great day. We're going to celebrate, we're going to have fun, we're going to take pictures. Family's going to come up here and get their pictures when you're on the stage, and we're going to cheer each other. And we should do that, but we should not forget. This is a dangerous job. This is a job where you may not return home. Our goal is to make sure you do, by training each and every day, by you being mentally prepared, and by you coming in here understanding that you're not a firefighter just today. You're not an EMT just today. Whether you're in uniform or not, your job is to help our citizens. We hold that to be our truth, and we expect you to carry that on. So as I say, thank you for having taken the step across to become one of us. I empower you to do the best you can, and if you need help, we're all here to help you. So congratulations to each and every one of you. My closing words to you are always this: be prepared, be ready, and be safe. Congratulations.
It's always good to know that you place the care and concern of your young people into responsible hands. So I want to introduce to you the staff that's been responsible for training these young people for the entire year since they've been here. I'll start off with my Assistant Training Director, Battalion Fire Chief Gerald Carroll. EMS Operations Captain, Carl Robinson. Sergeant Rashonda Mason. Sergeant Thomas Williams. Sergeant Victor Gardner. Sergeant Darrell Herman. Instructor Andrew Chase. In the audience, we have Instructor Tanya Justin. And Instructor Gerber. Thanks for coming. So I went past one individual, the Cadet Program Administrator, Lieutenant Furman Rowland. As the Cadet Program Administrator, he takes the brunt of the responsibility in ensuring that the welfare and the training of these young people are done. He spends countless hours with them, day in and day out. And the position that he holds goes far beyond just being the program administrator from 6 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon to 7 in the morning. He gets all the calls. Early in the morning, late at night, weekends. I can count on him, I can depend on him, he contributes, and he makes the commitment for what it takes to be in that position. And I know, because I was a cadet program administrator. So I think it's only fitting for him to serve the keynote address for today's event. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Furman Rome.
Good morning. I'm going to first give an honor to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I thank you for this day that you have made and the blessings that you have provided us all. Greetings this morning and salutations to our honored guests. Chief has already introduced everybody, so I don't want to do that again. Cadet Class 20. Our mission statement is, the mission of the cadet program is to provide the youth of the District of Columbia with necessary instruction for employment to fulfill and excel the mission of the DC Fire and EMS Department in providing quality service to its citizens and those who choose to work and visit our city. This mission statement is what I used to format this program when I came here a year ago. That's why I read it first to you, so you understand what we built together. We continue the legacy, but my goal was to build more based off this mission statement. Cadet Class 20. I want to be the first to compliment you on how crisp, sharp, professionally looking in Class A uniforms this morning. You are representing the DC Fire and EMS Department, yourself, and your family well today. We started together on this journey 332 days ago. I was brand new to the training division with only a month to prepare before I saw you all. I didn't know your names or how you looked as I stayed out the front door waiting your arrival. So many things went through my mind on that day. I was a nervous wreck, I admit. I stood motionless for a half hour like I was in the military, standing at attention. I wanted to make a good impression for whoever saw me first. I was looking crisp that day, like I am today. Brass was shiny, shirt was starched, and my shoes were shine. It all starts with your appearance, people. How a person presents themselves is important to me because I was a cadet 26 years ago. I had to represent for the cadet program and show you what was expected of you. I wore a white shirt every day for 6 months before I was comfortable to show you anything else. Most of the time, opinions are made about you by how you present yourself before the time is taken to know who you are as a person. The example I set is important to me, and it still remains the same today. Let me be the first to admit that I was too protective of the cadets. I apologize in advance to all the other instructors when I make my next statement. It took a long time before I was comfortable having other instructors in front of them that was not assigned to the cadet staff. I was worried that they would hear something negative or get a lesson that wouldn't be beneficial to them. It was selfish of me, I know. But when you have a goal to be the best and continue a legacy as rich as a cadet program, you have to do what is necessary to achieve that goal. The look in their eyes is what made me this way. The looks I saw in their eyes when things got rough, or when they had a bad day, or when their minds were on everything else except for training, it concerned me. So I kept people away until they matured and understood who they were and what was expected of them. It was like a father and his new son or daughter. Your first thought is to always protect. I want you, Cadet Class 20, to know that I always do whatever is needed to protect you from this day forward, no matter where you go. You can call me at any time. Cadet Class 20, did you know that what you are looking for is already inside of you? You proved it by completing the training program over the last 11 months. Your confidence and your will to break free of fear and doubt got you to this moment right here. You didn't allow obstacles to inhibit your progress. It didn't matter what obstacles you encountered, you learned a way over, around, and through them. Those skills, knowledge, and abilities afforded you the opportunity to sit in those seats today. Every afternoon at dismissal, the cadets recite a mantra. Is everybody okay? We don't need security, do we? Okay? All right. Every afternoon at dismissal, the cadets recite a mantra. The words of this mantra are used as a motivational tool to remind them of the goal they are striving to reach. It starts with the word class. They yell back their class number to let the masses know of their presence. Class is said one more time, and they shout their class number again, loud and proud, without a care in the world. This fills me with pride and excitement to hear it like it's my favorite song. The first stanza goes, establishing our conduct. What does that mean? It means I am willing to learn a proper way I should conduct myself as a young adult to succeed in this program. Conduct is established through discipline, order, repetition, and the examples they are exposed to every time they walk through the academy doors. The second stanza goes, building our character. And what does that mean? I define it as an individual committed to become better than their current state. But I like Webster's dictionary version better when character is used as an adjective. It states, representing a personality type by emphasizing distinctive traits as language, mannerisms, and physical makeup. Character is built on the daily at the training school through standards, dedication, tradition, and expectation. The third stanza goes, defending our commitment to be DC firefighters. To me, this means I'm committed to the journey it takes to become a firefighter. It means they are on board to do whatever it takes to make their dream come alive. It means they will be DC firefighters when all the smoke clears. This is a commitment that they have been screaming aloud every afternoon since week 1 of training. That's a commitment in itself. The fourth and final stanza goes, Cadet Class 2-0, future DC heroes. These young adults are telling us that they already know their destiny. They know they will save lives and be decorated firefighters in the future. How bold is that? I think it's extremely bold to tell everybody that's willing to listen that I know my destiny. It is based off my conduct, my character, and my commitment. No speech or motivational words are needed if you already know what's needed to succeed. Cadet Class 20, you have stated to us all who you are and who you plan to be. Here you are, a firefighter, ready to save a life, ready to extinguish a flame, and ready to continue the legacy of the cadet program. The DC Fire EMS Department has graduated 19 cadet classes before you. They have made the commitment and sacrifice to be successful in their careers. I am a proud member of Cadet Class 7. We need you to continue what was built before you. We need you to continue what was built before you. Strive to always represent yourself in a manner that will be professional and productive for yourself and others. We never hesitate to help one another. It's a cadet thing, as I like to say. Each one, teach one. I'm sure you've heard those words somewhere before. If you're confused about what it means, I will tell you. If you know something that will help another firefighter, share it with him or her. If you don't know something or a subject seems to be giving you difficulty, reach out to another firefighter. I'm sure they will lend a hand no matter the subject. You have now entered into a brotherhood and sisterhood of the fire service. We survive by helping each other as well as the citizens of Washington, D.C. When we leave this place, I want you to bask in the feeling of accomplishment. Hug a loved one, take pictures with your classmates, and be proud that you have completed the training. Now, these are my last orders to you. They are to follow. Humble yourself when you walk in the firehouse on your first day. Be early when you report for duty because on time is late. Introduce yourself and be confident. Hold your head up. Look a person straight in the eye when you speak to them. Check your equipment. Ask the officer and the technician what is expected of you. Always be a part of the team. Don't isolate yourself from your company. There's no way you will learn anything being by yourself. The men and women at the firehouse will become your family, so be open to meeting new people. And my last order is consider your personal safety and the safety of your crew as priority number one. In closing, I want to send you off with a lot more protection with a few words from the book of Psalms in the Holy Bible. The word comes from the 71st chapter, verses 1 through 3, English Standard Version. Lord, I depend on you for protection. Don't let me be disappointed. You always do what is right, so come and save me. Listen to me and save me. Be my rock, my place of safety. Be my fortress and protect me. You are my rock and my protection. Amen.
Great job, Lieutenant. I like that. Can we clap that up again? Feels good for you to get the example and demonstration of what I'm talking about in terms of having the leadership around these young people. All right. So, Cadet Class 20. At this time, I want you guys to prepare for the presentation of certificates. So the presentation of certificates, for this part of the ceremony, the presentation of certificates, this part of the ceremony, this is identifying and recognizing the certification and achievements that these young people have attained. They've been certified firefighting 1 and 2, hazardous materials and operations and awareness, nationally registered EMTs, CPR, as well as CPAT certified, right? So some of these certificates that they receive are nationally and internationally identified, all right? No small feat, all right? So if I can ask the executive staff to please stand in preparation for a presentation of certificates. Okay. Our first recipient, Cadet Jordan A. Allen. Cadet Kenneth M. Blanchard. Cadet Zakia M. Brown. Cadet Taylor E. Butler. Cadet Tanaya A. Crump. Cadet Joyce L. Egbon. Cadet Saquon R. Evans. Cadet Alexis A. James. Cadet Brianna M. Johnson. Cadet Anthony C. Jones. Cadet Rashid Q. Jones. Cadet Shamia K. Partlow. Cadet Kevin L. Ray. Cadet Deontay K. Taylor. Cadet Jose J. Torres. Cadet Deontay M. Toya. Cadet Valencia S. Ward. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we want to be able to identify these young men and women. Some of them have individual accomplishments. They stand above the others. And we want to recognize that. So for presentation of awards, I'm going to bring the cadet staff up, starting with Lieutenant Furman Rome.
Okay, I'm going to present the Theodore R. Coleman Jr. Academic Achievement Award for EMT. This cadet here, she is a smart individual, of course. This is the one person that will challenge you on anything. Meaning, if you are an instructor, you better have your lesson plan tight, because this one will tell you, it was on this page, I know it was. And you like, for real, so it makes you go back and test yourself like, hold up, I'm teaching, but what are you saying? This individual is that one that make you go home and have your lesson plan airtight. And then when she takes the test, she's gonna say, yeah, I think I got like 89, 90. No, I got a 92. You're not even checking the test, so how do you know? But this woman right here, she just pushes me in the stack because she's always constantly battling. And sometimes we look at it like, slow down, but the person she is, that's who she is. She's gonna let you know, I know this. She's confident. And she comes from a background where her family comes from service. Her grandfather was in the, he was in MPD. He always helped the community. So this is what inspired her to continue. So she decided to choose the cadet program as her way of giving back. I'd like to present probationary firefighter, Zakia Brown.
Sir again? Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Maybe come on.
Probationer Brown, don't hit the steps. Come on back. Come on back. Probationer Brown she's also the recipient of the Lieutenant Kevin McRae Academic Achievement Award for firefighting.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here today to present 2 awards. My first award will be for the Marion Barry Community Service Award that goes to the cadet that showed loyalty, commitment, and dedication to her classmates. In the beginning, several instructors observed this cadet for the first day of EMT and noticed that she had a lot of questions. By the facial expression on her face, by raising her hand, was to ask questions to find out if she was correct in all her answers. This cadet was committed and took what she learned to help her other classmates as best as possible. Department Physical Agility Test was one of the hardest tests that she's ever had or ever had to endure. But when she passed it, first thing she did was help her other classmates get through it also. This cadet's dedication, commitment, and loyalty to her classmates did not go unnoticed. It is my honor to present this Mary Asbury Jr. Community Service Award to Probationer Joyce Eggball. Way to go. Okay. The next award that I'll be presenting today is for integrity. This integrity award goes to the cadet that showed fundamental values that an employer seeks to hire. He is a hallmark person who has demonstrated sound moral values and ethical principles at work. He is an individual who believes in doing the right thing for himself and his cadet class. It is my honor once again to present this award of integrity to probationer Kevin Ray.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sergeant Mason, one of the instructors with the cadet program. As you can see, I'm one of the prettier officers. This conduct award goes to the cadet that showed good leadership traits, is very respectful, and is a well-rounded individual. The above qualities shown towards his instructors, were shown towards his instructors as well as his fellow cadet classmates. This cadet took on the responsibility of leading the class into physical fitness during the morning physical training sessions. He also volunteered to be the class treasurer, and he did an excellent job of managing the funds. This individual always displayed good judgment and always kept a cool temperament. It is my honor to present this award of conduct to probationer Deontay Toyer. The next award is the Character Award. The Character Award goes to a very charismatic young lady that always greeted everyone with a smile. She is respectful and always caring to others. She always displayed a calm demeanor until it was time to do anything hands-on. No matter the challenge, she endured every obstacle with great fortitude. She is one of the smallest cadets, but also one of the strongest. Her mental strength complemented her physical toughness. No matter the task, I could always trust that she would get the job done. She has the heart of a lion. It is my honor to present the Award of Character to probationer Shamia Parlow.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Sergeant Williams. I'm here to present the award for Most Athletic Female. I will say this, Cadet Class 20, when it came to physical training in the mornings, I would say that they hated me. But this one particular female, she didn't have no problem completing any of the tasks that I gave them. She was always first. And I will say this, I will put her up against any male on the job when it comes to fighting fires in this city. So it is my honor to present the Most Athletic Female Award to probationer Brianna Johnson. Next, the most athletic male award. Tell y'all a funny story about this guy. He once told me that he has the perfect attributes to be the perfect firefighter for the DC Fire EMS department. Trust me, I disagree with him. And I held him accountable for him saying that as well. I made sure that he did at least double of what everybody else was doing. But I will say this, he didn't disappoint. He showed out, even with the other instructors that weren't assigned to the cadet program, and they helped us with Save Your Own and everything else that we had that we needed them for. This individual's name rang out. So, it is my honor to present the Most Athletic Male Award to Probationer Rashid Jones.
They have the executive staff. Please take your seats at this time. Thank you. So, the Fire Cadet program is more like a family, right? With the cadets and the instructors, because they have a training course that's longer than the average recruit. The average recruit goes through about six months. We have these young men and women for approximately 1 year. And we're like a tight-knit family. So, but what I want to do right now is acknowledge one of our most precious family members, because, you know, had a situation that was almost touch and go. And he was a major contributing factor to this class. He retired in January, but he was here when they walked through the doors in August of last year. Sergeant Keith Nesbitt, please stand. So good to see you. So good to see you, brother. Okay, so we want to bring up our class speakers. That's what I get for taking my glasses off. Probationer Shamia Pardlow and Probationer Jose Torres.
Good morning, family, friends, and esteemed guests. Before I begin, I want to thank everyone who contributed to our success. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all, so thank you. On August 21st, 2017, our lives changed. It was day one at the Training Academy. Cadets, do you remember walking through the front door and being greeted by Sergeant Mason Smile? What about your first interaction with Sergeant Nesbitt, AKA Sergeant Push-Up, who probably said something like, "Step in the box and give you 25. Or maybe you recall being held in push-up position in dress clothes on the apparatus floor, or running to the 5th opening of the tower simply because you couldn't get about face right. If you were like me, The last memory of that day was a simple yet necessary question. What have I gotten myself into? I, like most of us, was undecided about my career path. I had taken accounting classes at the University of the District of Columbia and briefly worked as an information technologist. I realized I wasn't helping people the way I wanted to. Ironically, the opportunity to become a firefighter EMT presented itself. At first, I was unsure about the firefighting part, but I knew I would be a great EMT, so I took the risk, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Fellow cadets, during our time at the training academy, we faced many challenges, built long-lasting friendships, and learned life lessons along the way. We all agreed that learning EMT was our biggest challenge. It was a lot of new information to learn in such a short period of time. Our days became longer, staying late at the training academy, studying, making sure everyone had a clear understanding of materials covered in class, all in preparation for upcoming exams in the National Registry. We all passed the National Registry, which led us to face our next challenge. CPAT was a challenge mainly for the females of Cadet Class 20. In preparation for this test, training became more strenuous day by day. I remember we would all be in the locker room overwhelmed from physical training and still had to find energy to tackle the remainder of the day, which included sitting through lectures and drilling. This led many of us to question, is this really what we want to do? Do we really want to be firefighters? But we showed perseverance and pushed through. We just couldn't give up on ourselves, our family, and one another. The idea of having 75 pounds on us, throwing ladders, crawling through confined spaces, having little to no visibility, and pulling a dummy that felt twice our size seemed impossible until the test was conquered. In addition to CPAT training, we were learning firefighting. This portion of training was straightforward, tough, and the most hands-on. We spent long days outside learning the apparatus, inside and outside, our equipment, and practicing life safety skills. Finally, we made it to burn week where we all felt some heat and got the chance to extinguish a fire, which made our experience all the more worth it. Cadet Class 20 would like to thank our fire and EMS instructors for being our biggest supporters through this journey. You all taught us discipline, responsibility, time management, and to always give 110% at everything we do. We cannot thank you all enough for dedicating your time, keeping us level-headed, and not giving up on us. You all are the reason we sit here today as probationer EMTs, and we will continue to make you all proud. In closing, my fellow cadets, we started as strangers on August 21st, 2017. Today, we are brothers and sisters. We conquered all obstacles throughout this year together. We prayed together, we laughed together, some of us even cried together. We successfully completed the cadet program together. Today, we stand here as one. We have completed our mission to establish our conduct, to build our character, and to defend our commitment to become DC firefighters. We are Cadet Class 20. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Cadet Class 20, we would like to give a special thank you to all the families, firefighters, officers, and all other special guests in attendance for coming to help us celebrate this great achievement as we welcome the next chapter of our lives. We would like to give thanks to all the instructors who dedicated their time and effort so that we could obtain the necessary knowledge and practical skills we needed to perform the job as firefighter EMTs. You all worked long and hard for us to get where we are today, and for that, we are forever grateful. You gave us the foundation for success and made sure we understood that if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes a sacrifice. They gave us tough love when we needed it, sometimes more than what we wanted, but we understood that you guys only wanted the best for us. Thanks for motivating us to be the best that we could be. Next, we would like to give thanks to our own families. We couldn't have done it without the support and positivity you gave us through this long journey. August 21st, 2017 was the day we all crossed the gates as the academy as cadets. The journey was filled with highs and lows. Some days I know we felt like giving up, but we learned to take it one morning and one afternoon at a time. Maybe it's due to all the towers and push-ups we did as a class, thanks to Sergeant Mason and most notoriously, Sergeant Nesbitt. They would watch us suffer as we exercised, and we didn't stop until they got tired of watching us being tired. But I'm glad we all stuck it out and made it through the program, because July 19th, 2018 is the day we leave this stage as probationary firefighter EMTs. We are thankful for the great experiences, knowledge gained, and bonds formed because of this program. This is a year we will forever carry with us until the end of our careers. It doesn't matter where life may take us. I know I can always call any one of my classmates at a time of need, and they will be there for me. It was truly one of the most exciting journeys I've ever been a part of, and I wouldn't change anything about the last year of my life. I could not ask for a better career than a position with the DC Fire and EMS department. I speak for my class when I say that this has been one of the most challenging obstacles we ever had to go through in terms of discipline and persistence. Every morning, Monday through Friday, we had to make sure our uniforms were sharp and that we arrived before 0600. Although in this profession, we understand that to be early is to be on time is to be late, and to be late is totally unacceptable. With that being said, we were expected to be on grounds by 0530 hours, because by 6, we were at lineup with our gear ready, SCBA's checked, and with credentials in hand. We even got our sacks checked every morning to make sure that they were black. It's another world inside of the academy. Whenever we saw an officer in the hallway, we stood with our backs against the wall until permission was granted to keep walking. If an officer was in a room you wanted to go into, you knocked and said, "Cadet such and such, permission to enter." Small things like this grew discipline in us. Getting through EMT, firefighting, and PT gave us persistence. The definition of persistence is the firm continuance of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. Every morning we had physical training, no matter how much sleep you got or whether or not you ate. Showers were next, followed by long lectures to prepare us for the countless quizzes and exams we had to be ready for. We had numerous hands-on practical exams we had to know and physically do as well, and a never-ending supply of push-ups and exercise we had to give. If one of us got in trouble, all of us got in trouble, so the exercise was plenty to say the least. But it was all worth it to get to burn week, where we got the opportunity to get close and personal with the fire, feel some of that heat, and put it out on our own. Thank you for all your support yet again from Cadet Class 20, but special thanks to those individuals we saw day in and day out. Thank you to Instructor Gerber, Instructor Justin, Instructor Chase, Instructor Terry, Sergeant Roach, Sergeant Garner, Sergeant Herman, Sergeant Williams, Sergeant Mason, Sergeant Nesbitt, Lieutenant Rome, Captain Street, and last but not least, Captain Robinson. It has been a true adventure, and I wish Cadet Class 21 the best of luck. Thank you.
Yes. Shining bright young stars. That's what we like. Okay, so I'm gonna get this right this time. I gotta look at my boss. Cadet Class 20, let's prepare for the honor of oath.
I had almost forgot, Chief Carter. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the laws of the United States of America and the District of Columbia, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, and will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of which I'm about to enter. Let me be the first to congratulate you, DC firefighters and EMTs. So, as we come to the end of this program, again, I congratulate you for your dedication, your hard work, and your willingness to join us. To the families and friends, welcome to the DC Fire family. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are now DC firefighters. Congratulations.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this ends our ceremony for this morning. I would now like to present to you probationary firefighter EMTs of Cadet Class 20.